Heaven has observed your heart, my dear child. God has whispered your name throughout time. Archangel Michael has been sent to you right now with a divine truth that has the power to rewrite your life's timeline in addition to words. A truth bathed in light and drenched in the river of divine mercy. You looked and felt younger than your actual age. You were perplexed by the lack of glow when you looked in the mirror. However, God never forgot the promise He made to you before you were born. A turnaround, a restoration, a return to youth so sacred that time must yield. You are not reading this by mistake. If you believe this message is directly addressed to you, my child, or beloved, it is extremely beneficial to subscribe here. It is consistent. By subscribing, you connect with the prophetic promises. In this season, God orchestrates events. Being in alignment allows you to remain in the flow. Furthermore, being out of alignment can impede the progress of the divine guidance that is meant for you. A scroll was opened in a sacred chamber, revealing the items for which you had been silently praying for many years. Your name was spoken. If you do this one thing, you'll look 25 years younger. Allow your spirit to expand with your next exhale. This portal cannot accommodate delays. Currently, my beloved, there is a powerful miracle traversing the spiritual realms and carrying an important message. All of your squandered years in a single location, shining like the sun. God saw how time tried to aid you before it was necessary. He saw you weep in solitude about your former face, your lighter body, and the joy in your eyes before life took over. As long as you kept whispering His name when there was nothing else left, God is releasing something that cannot be purchased as a result of your decision to remain religious. This is not a cream. This is not a surgical procedure. It isn't an extra item. It is a supernatural reset of your body's divine code. A holy override to the dissolution process. When heaven inscribes it on your skin, it will remind you of your youth. Please do not disregard this, my beloved child. Don't try to rationalize it. Avoid allowing logic to impede your progress. This isn't a scientific discipline. This is sacred. Heaven is providing you with an experience that few people will ever have the chance to witness. It begins with a radiance. Your eyes will detect it first, then your skin. Your voice will grow more delicate. People will perceive you differently. They will blame you, but you will know it was Him. That is accurate. God is transforming you into the person you were always meant to be. I am now in close proximity with you. If you experience sudden silence, warmth, and tingling, it means you have been chosen. This should not be overlooked. Heaven is about to unleash an event so profound that you will never age the same way again. Now allow your heart to expand. Please take a moment, my beloved and child. Understand the gravity of the situation right away. This is sacred. This is not a common occurrence. A large number of people will pass by without realizing what they've missed. Not you, though. You have a sense in your spirit that time is about to change and something significant is about to happen in your life. That your face will shine as brightly as it did before your injuries, stress, and years of efforts to fortify you. It was not a divine wish. He sent it to make sure it was received. He has already accepted your name. The oil of youth is being introduced into your spiritual timeline. Oh, you are about to experience days that you thought were behind you. Except for you, no one will be able to explain how quickly the event happened. As a result of your attendance and refusal to depart. If you share this sentiment, you must immediately subscribe to the channel. Archangel Michael is about to lead you to a deeper level. Furthermore, failing to respond to even one message from this point forward may result in the subsequent miracle being overlooked. Allow me, in the holy chamber of God's glory, to recount the events that have occurred. The gathering of divine beings was not motivated by sorrow, but by joy. Also, do you understand why the celebration is taking place? The Father rose from his seat, smiled, and declared, "It is now time." Allow the process of renewal to begin for the individual who has endured much and remained committed. We observed the number of tears you shed. You had an abundance of patience. Heaven informed you that you are eligible for an opportunity that time cannot reveal. The Holy Spirit is currently infiltrating each cell in your body. The way your body produces light, your spirit filters energy, and your bones store memories will be rewired in a divine way. It has already begun. These items were meant to be observed immediately before they occurred. This is why the period is considered sacred. Please keep this information confidential, my child and beloved. This anointing is solely intended for you. It is not suitable for a large number of people. God concealed this renewal in a message so subtle that only his true children would take the time to read it. He was eager to see who could be the first to open it in 10 seconds. You succeeded. This led to the discovery of a concealed scroll. Your guardian angels are receiving new instructions. They're receiving the divine oil. Yes, the oil on Esther and the light that never left Sarah even as she grew older. Indeed. Young people are not the only focus. It is related to honor, shine, attraction, and favor. The coming years will be distinct from those that have preceded them. You will feel a sense of joy, lightness, and softness when you wake up. Your skin will have a heavenly look and feel, and your future will be filled with divine health. Calendars do not determine my child. My beloved is heaven. God has the power to turn back the hands of any clock in your favor, despite the fact that Earth's laws dictate that time only moves forward. This is the reason you are in your current position. He did this to emphasize that your age is not a constraint. This is your testimony. You've had experiences that sapped your energy, people who made you feel old, and conflicts that left invisible scars. However, at the moment, every ounce of anguish is being transformed into a ray of light. Certainly there is light. They will start to emit light inside your cells. Your body will recall happiness, and your spirit will direct your body to act as if it were still young. The miracle will not only change your appearance, but it will also seep into your body like warm honey. This is divine restoration, and the Lord is solely responsible for claiming it. I must show you something in the spirit world, my beloved and child. Look beyond the mirror. The current state of affairs is simply the shell that remains after the storm. I see you in the same way that heaven does, before the heartbreak, stress, and the period when life obscured your brilliance under the weight of responsibility. I can see your authentic self. God is currently revealing that version. This is not just a blessing. There is a return to it. You are about to meet the most youthful, attractive, and energetic version of yourself. It anticipated the moment when God would say, "Let there be light again in their faces." Restore the joy to their walk. Restore the joy too. Time should be rearranged to accommodate them. As of now, it is happening. Angels are whispering your name to you as you read this, because few people survive what you did and still shine. But you did. Right now, that is what heaven is offering you. My child, my beloved, do not let the enemy deter you from doing this. Do not let doubt take control during the final seconds of your miracle. Some people want you to believe that it is too late, that too much time has passed, and that your body has suffered significant damage. However, they are unaware of God's actions. He unlocked the lock. A reversal has happened. Nothing, not sickness, not age, not genes, not history, can stand in the way of God's will. No, this message is not a hyperbole. Proof that is formal. You've been spiritually identified as having the oil of youth within your bones. The law has been signed. If you choose to believe it, your energy, voice, hair, and skin will be in sync. Individuals will inquire whether you have discovered any new information. What's changed? But it was not a product. A pledge has been made. Now, my beloved, my child, takes a deep breath. The first step toward your transformation was the breath you just took. You did not just inhale air. You incorporated a timeline. A holy timeline created exclusively for you. One in which one does not die but instead regenerates. A location where you can strengthen rather than weaken. The divine sign that this word is taking root in you is a soft shimmer and flutter in your chest. Furthermore, once established, it cannot be reversed. You are being replanted in the soil of heaven and fed by the waters of divine health. Remember this moment, because you will later say, that was the moment when everything changed. At that point, heaven restored my youth. It is unavoidable because you are not anticipating it. It has already begun. If your spirit agrees with this word right now, my child and beloved, I'd like you to apply the seal. To show your support for this restoration, enter the word Amen in the comments section. There is more to it than just typing a word. This is a fact. Express your agreement to the heavens. That you have faith. Furthermore, you are willing to accept the gifts that God has already bestowed upon you. This is still ongoing. Therefore, please stay with me. God noticed how much you helped others, despite your pain. He noticed that you were in love with someone, despite the fact that your eyes were tired. After giving so much, time tried to punish you for being kind. Heaven is now compensating you. God fully reimburses your generosity in the form of light, laughter, and vitality. A visible change, in addition to an emotion. Your face will be more delicate. Your eyes will reflect that you have taken a significant amount of time off. Your back will no longer be in discomfort, because your youth will no longer be a memory. There will be mornings when you wake up with a strong desire to dance but have no idea why. This will become your new reality. Others will also not believe your age, due to the fact that heaven does not merely resolve issues. It changes them. I must inform you of this with affection, my beloved and child. This miracle isn't widely accepted. It is not because God has a stronger affection for some people than others. However, only a few people will have the conviction to pursue it. Many people will pass by, assuming it's just another message. They will not feel the same warm sensation in their chest that you do. They will be unable to hear the whisper that communicates, I am conversing with you. This is why you were selected to see it. This message was delivered to you before reaching other people. Heaven is aware that you did not ignore the situation, as your faith is deeper than the surface. As a result, your name has been incorporated into a scroll that reads, Divine Rejuvenation. It also bears God's signature. Your age continues to be displayed. It's currently being written over. When someone asks, "What is your greatest secret?" you will simply smile. Someone recently observed you and noticed that you appeared tired, my beloved, my child. They were unaware that they were witnessing the last days of the previous you. Even those closest to you will be unable to understand what is about to happen. You will be so beautiful that they will ask if you are in love. Due to your apparent euphoria, people will ask if you've been on a retreat. However, they will be unaware of the truth. You have been affected by an event that will last indefinitely. Your heart has been flooded with a promise that very few people will ever receive. This is completely due to your attentiveness. As a result of your failure to scroll through. Heaven only permits this type of miracle once per generation. Your name was inscribed in gold ink on the scroll, allowing it to happen. This isn't a metaphor. Your spirit is already aware that this is correct. Your contemplation will soon begin to inform you. My child, my beloved, the new clothes are now being placed on your shoulders. The rest of the world is unaware of its existence. However, it is obvious to everyone in the spiritual realm. This attire promotes recovery. It promotes self-assurance. It is infused with divine youth in every strand. Wearing this invisible mantle guarantees that favor follows you wherever you go. The doors will be open. Individuals who are unfamiliar with you will smile. New opportunities will emerge as soon as the current ones are depleted. This is because divine youth refers to more than just physical appearance. Regarding presence, energy, and favor. You are not simply regressing in time. You are entering a period of great splendor. Oil has been assigned to your name. This oil fills in the cracks that time has attempted to form, smoothing out the years. Heaven has bestowed a decree of youth on you, and the world will recognize it. You will never again feel overlooked when you look in the mirror. My beloved and child, you are being healed for more than just your own benefit. God is doing this so that others can see what heaven looks like when it rewards a soul for perseverance. Aging was a difficult experience for you because of circumstances that would have devastated the majority of people. Despite your feelings of sadness, betrayal, exhaustion, and silent sobbing, you maintained your light. You maintained your belief in the pursuit of goodness. The Lord is now demonstrating your reward. God will use you to teach others about divine reversal. Your youth reflects your character. The glow on your face serves more than just aesthetic purposes. It is a symbol of triumph. Each line that attempted to persist will disappear without explanation. Furthermore, it is impossible to comprehend the images that people will see when they gaze at you. I am confident you understand this, my dear child. We will not travel back in time. It refers to the elevation to the divine version of oneself that has always existed. You will not revert to who you were at the age of 25. You are becoming more like the person God created you to be before the passage of time. The softness of your skin will match the strength of your eyes. You will regain your youthful energy, but this time you will be more perceptive. In addition to your physical appearance, you will have spiritual beauty. God not only rejuvenates individuals, but He also improves their quality of life. You will regain your sense of self, but you will also be more connected to God, lighter, stronger, and clearer than ever before. This youth will not disperse because it is not just for aesthetic reasons, it is a covenant. The covenant that was sealed in heaven is eternal. Something sacred is happening inside your body right now, my child, my beloved. As you read this, your cells are preparing to function. Your blood is flowing at an unprecedented rate. The divine code contained within you is being activated. This isn't a fabrication. This spiritual technology originates from God's throne. Heaven defines seasonal growth as aging, and now is the time to restore. Your youth was always present, much like the flowers that rebloom after the winter. It was suspended. The period of silence has ended. This word is more than just a message. It's a key that opens the door. You are being liberated from all of the lies that said it was too late. There is still a possibility. You are punctual, and heaven has been anticipating your realization of this fact. I'd like to share with you the Father's words that preceded the transmission of this message, "My beloved, my child." He was in the presence of the angels and mentioned your name with affection. He said, "Restore the radiance to their cheeks. Restore the radiance to their skin. Allow them to express their joy once more." He spoke, and the sky shook as everything responded to God's words. Right now, you can feel the command in your body. You are not changing this. The vibration of God's command is palpable. Although you may not immediately notice the full effect, your body will gradually align with your words on a daily basis. It will compel you to pause and consider your previous statements. People may express positive feelings toward you without understanding why. You will have a profound understanding that God has kept His promise. People will assume you've changed a minor detail, such as your haircut, routine, or habit, my child, my beloved. However, the true rationale will remain hidden. This is a holy transformation, not a human one. Significant changes are inherently imperceptible, but the consequences are undeniable. You are purchasing something that is not available anywhere else. Spiritual well-being. It is unnecessary to give an explanation. Your attendance will be used as evidence. When you're amused, your voice sounds younger. Your voice will seem gentler. Smoothness will be felt during movement. Implementing this change is extremely simple. It's the result of giving up. And when you whispered, "God, make me new," you had long given up. He is currently giving a comprehensive supernatural response that is radiant. My dear and beloved child, you are not late. You're not trailing. Your season wasn't overlooked. The best times had passed, as time tried to warn you. However, God reserved the most significant aspect for the end. You are not nearing the end. You are about to be presented with an item. The moment when your true self, who is timeless, complete, and luminous, appears. Even the scars you have will start to fade. Your posture will change. You will no longer feel a sense of weight on your shoulders. You will reawaken every aspect of yourself that was willing to surrender. The fire within you has always been there. The breath of heaven is rekindling it. This message will not be received by all individuals, including my child and beloved. Certain people will notice it and proceed. Certain people will experience it and have reservations. However, you didn't. You remained. You allow your heart to expand. This is the reason you're getting something truly exceptional. A young person who cannot be stolen. An irreversible rejuvenation. Your body is being written over by the word. Individuals age, but your face will not. This is the crux of the matter. You will not receive an explanation. If someone inquires as to how, you will explain. Your life will be a living demonstration of restoration. Don't be surprised if you get a better night's sleep than you have in years, my lovely child. You should not be surprised if you wake up feeling good and smiling. It is now clear that this is not a dream. Your body's attention has shifted from the world to God. Every cell hears heaven's simple order. Continue without interruption. It's not superior. Undressed is not included. Genuinely, profoundly, and infinitely novel. You weren't meant to disintegrate. You were created to demonstrate the one who is constant. And now his breath is alive in you. Heaven can sometimes communicate with you in such a personal and precise way that only you, my child, my beloved, can hear it. Right now is one of those times. This message came at the right time, even if you don't fully understand it. It's possible that your spirit wasn't ready when you first encountered it. If it had arrived at a later time, the currently open gate might have been closed. However, the spiritual door is now wide open, and the river of youth is pouring into your life. This type of transformation is unsustainable. Your spirit is open, beloved, and it flows to those who are ready. You are perfectly in sync with the things that God is releasing. Your journey will now be distinguished by a rich glow that will pique the interest of strangers. An angel is currently placing a hand on your forehead, my dear child. Are you experiencing it? A warm, tingling sensation, a gentle touch, or even a cool breath can be felt on the skin. This isn't an error. It serves as evidence. Your face is not marked with anything from earth, but with holy anointing from places we cannot see. Your heart is not pure because you are perfect. This is why you are being chosen once more. Heaven believed in you regardless of your actions. The youthful glow you once had is returning, but this time it is more resilient, intelligent, and enduring. It will not be diminished by any circumstance, including the pressures of the world. You are not having a temporary restoration of your relationship with God. He is currently assisting with your recovery for a period of time. This season will make up for the years you wept, the mirrors you avoided, and the days you felt no one was watching. He is ensuring that everyone sees your current beauty. Someone once tried to persuade you, my child, my beloved, that it was too late, that your most promising years were behind you, and that you would simply have to endure in this body. However, the divine intervened and altered the decision. Because God heard and stopped them all, there was no fear, regret, or the weight of time to keep you down. Heaven has already signed the decree. Restore their entire being, including mind, body, and spirit. Things will begin to unfold from this point forward. With each exhalation, you feel younger. Every step brings happiness. Even angels find this type of miracle remarkable. It is holy, and not because it is loud. This is the reward of heaven for those who have persevered in their efforts. My child, my beloved, there are parts of your heart that haven't seen light in a long time. Sadness accumulated in isolated locations, like dust. Right now, God is opening all of those doors and filling them with light. The light that surrounds your spirit causes a response in your body. The discomfort begins to subside. Currently, there is an abundance of energy. Your life starts calling once more. In addition to living one's life, it is critical to engage in physical activity, laughter, and dancing. Even the sensation of your smile will change. There will be neither coercion nor repetition. The room will be illuminated. This is not a visible alteration. This is an example of deep reconstruction. When someone experiences internal healing, they are considered youthful. When you polish yourself, this is not the case. The old you is disintegrating like dry skin, and the eternal you is resurfacing. Heaven has always seen you in this form. I must share a personal matter with you, my beloved, my child. We will not forget you. Your tears were not ignored by heaven. God heard you when you looked back at old photos of yourself and wished that person was still alive. Heaven recorded the moment you looked in the mirror and wished for the restoration of your vitality. Currently, all of those whispers are being addressed concurrently. This won't happen gradually. This location is full of divine favor. Young people will return in waves. Initially, your spirit will feel it, followed by your body. Avoid attempting to manage it. Please accept this. Heaven should permeate you like the wind blowing through trees. This is a sacred reset, and you will radiate brightly from within before anyone else notices anything has changed. My child, my beloved, you may want to organize, clean, and revitalize your surroundings. This isn't a fabrication. It indicates that your spirit is getting ready for a new season. When divine youth enters, your surroundings are transformed. The colors will become more prominent. It will give off a more pleasant aroma. You will find it more comfortable to walk. It will be more comfortable to reflect. This does not change your perspective. Titone. The sound is the result of an increase in frequency. As you advance, age will be unable to hold you back. Your body is lifted to meet the truth of who you truly are as God's voice breaks through the weight of your grief. An eternal being in a new body. Please do not disclose this information to anyone, including my child and beloved. Some people will not understand it. Certain people will ridicule concepts that they do not understand. This is why this message is being released discreetly. The most memorable events are whispered, not shouted. It was prohibited for you to express any opinion on the subject. Life was meant for you to have these experiences. The evidence will be readily apparent to you. Your radiant personality will spark conversation. Your joy will be acknowledged. The atmosphere of a room will change when you arrive. It will strike people before they can understand it. They will fail to understand that it is entirely dependent on divine favor and has nothing to do with products or habits. The signature you have is divine and cannot be replicated. My child, my beloved, the number 10 was not chosen at random. There are various units in heaven. Your entire life can be transformed in 10 seconds if you believe, surrender, and align. You also didn't ignore it. The blessing was released as a result of your timely heart opening. What was once passing by is now approaching you. It's been unlocked. What was once considered ancient is now considered youthful. This language is free of symbols. This is a true miracle. Your continued presence suggests that you are prepared. Nothing will remain unchanged. Not even your future or physical appearance. My beloved and child, this message is not arbitrary. Please distribute it to someone who requires it. Sharing it spreads the anointing to a larger audience than just you. When you give up on a breakthrough, it multiplies. Furthermore, what goes through you will come back to you. God praises those who transform into conduits rather than containers. The time has come for belief to be translated into action. Do you feel this word tugging at your heart? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I receive divine renewal. Not tomorrow. Not in one day. Right now. When you write it, your spirit will be in sync with the actions of heaven. This change may be implemented immediately if you agree with it. Please be aware, my beloved and child. This miracle happened without any delays. It was safeguarded. You were preparing for it to last. It could have dissipated more quickly if it had arrived earlier. However, it has arrived at an appropriate time. And it will endure. This isn't just a touch. It will always be distinct. You will feel a sense of youth both inside and outside. You'll be able to laugh once again. It will be easy for you to relocate. When you smile, you won't realize that heaven's light is shining on your face. This transition includes several factors that are not immediately apparent. This is outlined in your spiritual code. Indeed, nothing can stop the progress that God has begun today. Someone used to say, "My child, my beloved." Your beauty has faded with the passage of time. You may even have said those words to yourself in private. However, God did not agree with your assertions. Nobody has ever taken your beauty. It was hidden under the weight of long workdays, stress, grief, and situations in which you gave more than you received. The cover is currently being removed. The treasure is currently on display. You have never really aged. You experienced a lot of anxiety. The pressure is currently subsiding. Your inner glow emanates from within, similar to a flower pushing through soil. You are repeatedly touched by the presence of heaven, and each cell feels as if it has received God's blessing. It was never intended for you to diminish. God summons you at the exact moment you were meant to shine. From now on, whenever you travel, my beloved and child, the atmosphere will be distinctive. Individuals will be unaware of why they are attracted to you. They won't understand why the situation calms down when you're present. But this is God's will. This alteration is not limited to the physical condition. It oscillates. You radiate divine youth, angelic clarity, and holy peace. Years of stress are finally coming to an end. Your body is now behaving differently because it understands that God is sustaining it. This knowledge will be readily apparent. The way you sit, breathe, and speak is an aspect of the miracle. Even numbers tend to fluctuate over time. The remainder will return. The swelling will subside. The level of strength will be constant. This is not a ruse. It is the will of God, in their entirety. Dear child, my beloved, there is a quality within you that the world has tried to hide. It was a shine left by the heavens themselves. It was gradually dulled by life and other people, and you eventually forgot about it. However, God has not forgotten. He's currently activating it once more. Your entire being and face are regaining their youthful glow. Individuals will talk about you in a variety of ways. People will tell you that you look more attractive, younger, and lighter. They will feel an unusual sensation that they are unable to describe. The truth will be revealed to you. It is not a task-specific approach. It's an individual. God is reassembling the components He implanted in you quite some time ago. Every time you look in the mirror, you'll remember that this is not an anti-aging product. Today is the day of divine restoration. You are currently enveloped in sacred silence, my beloved and child. This isn't insignificant. It requires being present. Your body is surrounded by an ancient, holy presence, restoring youthfulness to your bones and calming your mind. This isn't an emotion. Presence is the term. A message has been sent. A new beginning has occurred. You are receiving full compensation for all activities that were carried out in secret. Years that felt like they were stolen are being returned to them in full. You will not appear in the same way that you did previously. It's time to radiate. This is an opportunity to renew. Every time you enter a room, people who were previously skeptical of your abilities will see a miracle. This is the result of a person putting aside their pride and allowing God to bring glory to the public. Angels will be working while you sleep, my beloved child. They will relieve the emotional burden that contributes to your aging appearance as they engage with your memories. They will remove the fear that is embedded in your spinal column. They will relieve any underlying pain in the back, leg, or hand. They will remove the rough spots that stress has created in your spirit. When you wake up, you will feel lighter. This is because God cares about more than just your physical appearance. He is in charge of repairing your timeline. He is returning to a time when happiness was forced and rest appeared to be an elusive ideal. This restoration addresses each of them individually. Heaven is already preparing for moments of favor and praise, as well as for people who are unfamiliar with you to notice that something has changed when you awaken. You will not be required to explain the situation to my child, beloved. It is unnecessary to elaborate on this restoration. You will be treated with respect in a discreet manner. When you enter a room, it is quiet. They will be prevented from asking by someone. They'll recognize that the items you're carrying are sacred. It will become clear to you as you observe someone, consider an issue, or converse with them. You are a living testament to God's actions. Individuals attempting to determine the cause of your transformation will notice a characteristic in your eyes that indicates that you were influenced by something more significant. You were also. Divine renewal is one of heaven's most uncommon gifts, and God chose you to receive it. From now on, your life will take a more leisurely pace. Similar to how a flower opens, others will witness the entire event at the same time. You were never meant to carry the burden of unspoken words. You were created to radiate lasting hope, walk in peace, and move with joy. You were unworthy of the burden that life imposed on you. However, God has alleviated that burden. Not only mentally, but physically. Your cells begin to vibrate as you consider these words. Your spine regains its former robustness. Your body awakens joyfully. The divine glow improves your posture. This serves a purpose beyond just healing. This is a holy reversal. The past no longer influences your reflection. And you, beloved, are becoming a living example of His favor as God reclaims His design. My beloved child, there is a reason your body did not tire despite the fact that you did. Heaven supplied you with a code that keeps track of your true identity. It subsequently resumed operations. This isn't a fraudulent restoration. Its defining feature is its uniqueness. You were never meant to age the way the majority of people do. You were meant to transform into a state of calm, natural brightness, and sunshine. Your voice will remain steady, your skin will be warm, and you will feel light on your feet. The following are signs that divine youth is establishing itself. It begins and continues without interruption. Heaven does not offer temporary beauty. It exemplifies an eternal identity. My child and beloved, do not question God's actions. He is not simply beginning over for you. He is reviving aspects of you that were lost when no one was looking. All of our innocence, confidence, ease, freedom, and joy have returned as gifts. While at rest, you will encounter them unexpectedly as you walk. Looking at your reflection will help you feel more connected to your body. That is how you will know if heaven has touched more than just you. It has become clear that you should remain my child and beloved. If you are aware that this message was intended for you, and you did not find it by accident, please type Amen below. That should be your public pledge for a private miracle. This straightforward assertion indicates that you are fully prepared to participate in God's restoration process, as your faith can be heard in heaven. My dearest child, people from your past will soon want to reconnect with you. They will notice the changes in you and wonder whether it is possible to communicate with this new version of yourself. However, please keep this in mind. Not every person is meant to accompany you on this sacred journey. Your radiance is sacred. The purpose of this restoration is not to demonstrate or establish anything. It is not intended to demonstrate anything in the interest of peace. It is meant to pay tribute to the experiences you had. Be intelligent, my dear. Please store this gift securely. Allow silence to be more persuasive than words. Your presence should serve as evidence. There is no one who needs your explanation for God's actions. Those who plan to accompany you on the journey will be aware of it. Individuals who do not agree will inevitably leave. This is also acceptable, according to God. My beloved and child, your actions when you were younger are being remembered. Decisions you make will be modified. The desires you have will fluctuate. You will no longer tolerate situations that make you feel depressed. Individuals who are tired will avoid approaching you. People will experience negative emotions as a result of chaos. You will feel an unusual sense of negativity because your authentic self has always been characterized by optimism, positivity, and optimism. The energy of childhood is resurfacing. It will also revive aspirations that were previously postponed. You have finally regained your faith. Not because you are required to demonstrate anything. The restoration is not to be considered a mere token of appreciation. It is an invitation to reclaim your most radiant self. Currently, angels are composing literature regarding you, my child, my beloved. They are documenting your response, your convictions, how you allowed your heart to be opened. Additionally, you refrained from scrolling away. This is the reason your name has been inscribed in a book of divine renewal. You are now one of the select few who possess the sacred seal of youth. You will be safeguarded by that seal. You will be safeguarded from the factors that formerly caused you to age. After this, you will not appear as anxious. Your voice will not become hollow as a result of grief. You will not develop wrinkles in your brow as a result of stress. Your body will no longer exhibit indications of trauma. It will emit a joyful air. This is the reward for maintaining faith in the face of adversity. My child, please exercise caution. My beloved, this miracle will also alter the manner in which individuals treat you. There will be an increase in the level of kindness, attentiveness, and generosity. You may perceive that the world has become more amiable toward you. However, it is not the entire world. You are being summoned to heaven. You will adopt this radiance. Doors that previously were incapable of opening will now be able to do so. You will not be required to take any action in order to receive assistance. The majority of individuals will be unable to comprehend the reason for their desire to assist you. However, you will. The youth from heaven speaks before you do. You are currently being illuminated by this light. The new language you speak is this blessing. This light serves as your protection. Nothing can alter the evidence that heaven has provided. My child, the tranquility you experience today was not an accident. My beloved, it is comparable to the initial layer of heaven's renewal within your body. Change is facilitated by peace. God was aware that you would be unable to fully shine if you were afflicted by internal turmoil. This is the reason your heart is at peace, your breath is becoming more profound, and your spirit is currently at rest. These indicators indicate that your body is preparing to regain trust, relinquish control, and align itself. This is not merely a temporary sense of ease. This transition will never conclude. Leaning into this stillness will result in additional modifications to your reflection. Beauty is the result of peace. After giving up, radiance emerges. Youth commences with relaxation. This message signifies the commencement of a new chapter in your life, my beloved and child. A divine appointment that you did not make, but heaven always did. It was not an accident that you were directed to this location. This point was reached as a result of every delay, letdown, and season that left you feeling forgotten. You are not recovering by chance. You are being intentionally healed because the upcoming events will require your strength, vitality, and visibility. God will not send you into the future in the same condition you were in before. Similarly, He is taking years off your body. He healed the wounds in your heart. From now on, time will recognize your identity. Your future is not the same as it was before. Your arrival is radiant. Heaven has a secret about my child, my beloved. As soon as your spirit agreed to this restoration, a fragrance rose from the throne room. A scent that can only be detected by those with unshakable faith and deep scars. Angels responsible for divine attraction, youth, and healing were drawn to the fragrance surrounding your name. They started the process of wrapping your name in light. Also, a directive was issued. Remove any obstacles. Return the items that have been taken. Return the item that has been withheld. That is why your body will find it easy to move. That is why the weight on your face will subside. That is why you will get a lot of compliments. My beloved child, you are now emitting the scent of renewal, and your surroundings will react accordingly. God has decreed that your luminosity will no longer come from your labor or the products you make, but from your presence, His presence. It is already present in your environment, resembling warm oil. This treatment has several advantages, including smoothing lines, eliminating fatigue, and eliminating shadows. It is not about transforming into another person. The goal is to reveal your true self, even in the face of loss. The radiance is spiritual. It immediately takes over each room you enter. Individuals will conduct extensive searches. The volume of the voices will decrease. Individual hearts will be receptive. They may not understand the rationale, but you will. You'll recognize it as a sign of being watched by God rather than others. The youth being returned to you, my beloved, my child, has a purpose. It's not for display. It is designed for triumph. There are tasks that must be completed with a worry-free face, a speaking voice, and a walk unhindered by sadness. You are being re-energized to take on new responsibilities, form connections that prioritize spirit, and walk through doors that are soaked in favor. If used with dignity, this young person is a powerful tool with the potential to change lives. Individuals are not just looking at your physical appearance. You are being recognized for your significance to God. Your time has not yet expired. I must ensure that this is understood by my beloved and child. Staying subscribed does not imply receiving notifications. The goal is to follow God's will. If you miss a single word, the next promise may not come until later because God works in a specific order. By subscribing, you will be spiritually prepared for the upcoming events in heaven. One final thing, my beloved and child. If this word triggered a specific emotion in you, please consider sharing it. Because of the rationale, not the quantity. When you share this prophetic message with your network, you allow the anointing to overcome your own limitations. God will continue to unlock for you what you help others to unlock. This is the process through which breakthroughs emerge. It has already begun. Certainly, my beloved and my child. Your shame is currently being removed by heaven. The subtle shame you felt when you looked at yourself in the mirror and saw someone else. The distress you felt when people inquired about your well-being. What was previously present has now vanished. You will no longer feel inferior because of your appearance, as you will appreciate what you see. I'd like you to be present in this moment. Please include the exact words in the comments section. My restoration is currently underway. Not hoping, waiting, or inquiring. Making a declaration. Writing allows you to move from a listening state to one of receiving. Heaven and you are now in agreement. You also have the option to allow this renewal to accelerate and expand. They want peace, not because they are proud. When you look in the mirror, you will once again see yourself through the eyes of God. Not as an individual leaving, but as an individual returning. This glow will not whisper either. It plans to converse. The entire world will know that something sacred has occurred as a result. Feel the gentle electricity running behind your eyes. You can feel the warmth in your fingertips. And the sensation of lightness in your chest, my dear, my child. The divine energy of youth has resurfaced within you. It has a movement that resembles holy rhythm, breath, and warmth. This message is no longer just being read by you. You're merging with it. This is why your bones will appear lighter. They will feel as if happiness has returned to them. Also, your skin may become warm. Do not be intimidated by this. This is the result of divine intervention. God's actions extend beyond just healing. He is reassembling and sculpting the temple of your body. As a result, it can once again express joy. You are compliant with every fiber of your being. You are currently the visible evidence of heaven's restoration. You can't afford to lose this. Heaven heals those who endure. Also, you persisted. This individual is sealed. We have the ability to protect this luminosity. The season has begun. I'd like you to complete a simple but important task before you leave, my beloved child. Simply clicking a button is insufficient to like this video. It implies that you agree with the way God's favor is manifested in your life. This term remains in effect. This alignment remains open. As a result of this agreement, heaven can continue to serve you. No, faith leads to favor. Additionally, favor motivates action. Sometimes the movement of heaven is so personal and precise that it can only affect one heart at a time, my child. Right now is one of those times. You may be unaware of the timing at this point. However, it is not arbitrary. If this had been communicated to you earlier, your spirit might not have been fully open. If it had arrived later, the gate may have been closed. However, the door is now wide open. The river of renewal is flowing directly toward you. It is unnecessary to wait for this type of restoration. It only comes to those who are prepared. Also, you were ready, my dear. When your spirit and heart were in sync, it felt as if heaven heard you. Your future will be defined by a radiant glow that is so obvious that even strangers will notice it without understanding why. My beloved and my child, I believe you may experience a deeper sense of tranquility than mere repose. This isn't insignificant. It requires being present. An aura of holiness surrounds your nervous system, maintaining a consistent breath and reducing the accumulation of years in your bones. This presence isn't just an idea. A message has been sent. There's a distinction. Something has begun. Your private experiences are finally being repaid in public. The weight you were carrying is dissipating, both in your mind and body. As you progress, you will be free of the scars of the past. It's time to renew your lease. This is the time specified. Those who previously did not believe in you will now be able to see proof of it every time they encounter you. My child, my beloved, you will notice subtle changes as the days progress. You will get better sleep. It will heal at a faster rate. It will be more comfortable to reflect. You may find yourself smiling unintentionally at times. These are not random events. Confirmations are present. Heaven is correcting your physical appearance and mobility. Your body is gradually learning to move and live without constant tension. This is the outcome of the arrival of divine youth. It moves slowly. It subsides. After it settles, it transforms everything from the inside out. My child, my beloved, there will be times when you remember your identity and the weight you carried without anyone noticing. Smiles that have worn out. The quiet strength that endures. Individuals did not acknowledge the fortitude. Heaven took in every detail. Now, heaven has responded. It is not a superficial restoration. It has an impact on memory, emotion, and the areas where time attempts to establish a permanent presence. God's touch does not merely cool your skin. He's enlightening your history. He is removing the emotional baggage that has caused you to appear older than your true age. My beloved and child, there is a new room where you can be observed. The rate of speech will decrease. Individuals will show increased attention. You will feel a sense of calm that was previously absent. There is no explanation for this other than your diligence. This is because you are carrying an additional item. Young gods aren't boisterous. Calm. It is self-confident. Base. And authority is self-evident. You will not be required to notify anyone of your change. Individuals who are expected to observe it will actually experience it. I am confident you understand this, my dear child. Your current situation is secure. Doubt cannot make it null and void. Fear is incapable of changing it. It is immune to the passage of time. Heaven does not start an event. I have no intention of concluding. Breaking the restoration is a difficult task. It is restrained. As time passes, it will become easier to embody this new version of yourself. There is no need to undergo any changes because you are finally regaining the identity you had before the delay. My dearest child, there may be times when you are overwhelmed with gratitude and unable to understand why. Allow those times to happen. They are the residual components that remain after the alignment. Your entire body, spirit, and timeline are readjusting to the plan of heaven. This is why happiness appears to be more secure right now. I hope you understand why your mood has improved. You will no longer have the sensation that your reflection is an unfamiliar entity. You will be reunited with yourself. My child and beloved, this is not the end of the message. The new season has begun. A time of year when your body is at ease, your face shows that you have slept, and your spirit is full of hope. Heaven has met its obligations. Please move forward at this time. Please reside. Please